So, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Cloud Leadership Circle monthly meetup. It's great to see you all here. Thank you for showing up. Let's dive into today's program. And our first topic is going to be ethical AI. So, let's welcome Anupama, the head of technical product marketing at Broadcom, to talk us through ethical AI. So, over to you, Anupama.
Thank you for the interaction, Megan. Hi, everyone. It's great to meet everyone here. So the number of times I have interacted with the AI in the last hour has been really fascinating. As I stepped outside my front door today, my home intelligent security system really adjusted its settings, dimming the lights, lowering the thermostat, and activating my cameras without any input from me. So these seamless interactions are so ingrained in our daily lives that we often really overlook the wider influence. So as computing power really shifts to the edge, AI is becoming increasingly personal and really powerful. So while we marvel at these technological advances, it's really crucial to pause and consider not just where AI is being implemented, but how it's implemented. So welcome everyone. In this presentation, we'll explore the intersection of edge computing and AI, the need for ethical consideration in AI decision making, and privacy challenges that come with it. And by the end of the talk, I aim to share insights from my learnings on harnessing the power of edge while ensuring ethical implementation in this rapidly evolving field. So let's begin by understanding what edge is. I think there's a different meaning for based on the use cases that you are in. So in simple terms, edge refers to the physical location where data is actually generated and initially processed close to its source, whether that's your smartphone, a sensory in your factory, or even a connected vehicle. So then what exactly is edge computing? So it's different from the traditional computing that you've seen. So it's a distributed computing framework that allows these smart devices to process data close to where it is being created rather than sending it all the way to the centralized data center or cloud. So in this new paradigm, actually, you can see there's a edge devices that generate the data and where edge nodes process it locally, sending only the information that's needed into the cloud. So now as we consider more and more about these AI capabilities at the edge, it's really crucial to understand ethical AI. So this concept goes beyond just adhering to moral guidelines. So ethical AI is a holistic approach to developing and also implementing AI systems that considers their broader societal impact. Ethical AI encompasses like how these systems influence our daily lives and also our decision-making process. So let's take a look at some of the examples of ethical concerns. Next slide, please. So these visuals set the stage for our deeper discussion on ethical AI challenges. So they illustrate the complex ethical landscapes that we face right now. So with one major challenge being the difficulty in identifying deepfakes. So you might have heard about your avatars and building your own avatars. So then as AI technology advances, it becomes increasingly sophisticated and makes it very harder to distinguish between real and what is AI generated content. So that AI brings with it's a host of ethical concerns that we must address in order to ensure its benefits for society as a whole. Next slide, please. So one major issue is bias. So where learning algorithms may unintentionally reinforce societal imbalances embedded in the training data itself, like leading to unfair outcomes in areas like recruitment, financial services, and law enforcement. And another concern is transparency. So as you know, as many AI systems operate as black boxes today, making their decision making, the process very unclear. It's not transparent. So the lack of transparency makes it very difficult to hold AI accountable for its own actions. Then autonomy also is a very key issue because you are actually allowing the AI to make the decision making for you. It can impact even the personal freedoms and autonomy. So with these devices making their own judgments and more actually impacting your own personal decision making. So on the psychological front, if you think of it that way, there are certain concerns affecting cognitive as well as emotional well-being of certain demographics or individuals. So finally, we must actually even consider the environmental impact of AI. So as this development of and operation of these complex computational models that we are talking about nowadays with ChatGPT or generative models, all these things, it requires significant computational powers as well as significant energy, all contributing to carbon emissions at the end. So now, how is it related to the edge, and how AI edge is related to AI ethics? Next slide, please. So this slide actually outlines some of the key challenges related to ethical implementation of AI in smart devices. So first, let's look at the autonomous decision making. This shows that how AI-enabled devices can act independently and also sometimes results in unpredictable outcomes. So next, we also can look at the data privacy and security. This highlights the increased risks associated with interconnected devices, making sensitive information like very available. So it's more vulnerable to unauthorized access. So security breaches can happen. And then impact on diverse groups, like I mentioned before. So the influence of AI on different communities ensures like fairness across varied population, varied geographies. And then we need to consider about the data flow management itself. Like it emphasizes really the ethical complexities in how these smart devices are generating, sharing, and even interacting with the data. So now, as organizations start to navigate in this AI landscape, what is in it for them? So ethical practices actually emerge as a one of the main cornerstones of business strategy itself. Like imagine like you're building this various different models and everything. So essentially by building this immediate customer trust and showcasing responsible innovation, you can actually ensure long-term revenue stability. And it also even drives certain positive economic impact to various industries, be it retail, manufacturing, or any other industry. So companies that adopt ethical AI early on even have better prepared for future like regulations that may come up, like and also it ensures like smoother audits and any risk of legal challenges that may come in because of other reasons. And then this early adoption also gives businesses a competitive advantage. So you would be the pioneering in adopting these AI ethical things, and it actually gains the public confidence in a way. So it impacts the business in a positive way. And moreover, actually, if you think of it this way, ethical AI actually attracts the top talent. It makes sure that there is an inclusive workplace by minimizing bias in hiring or even promotional decisions that you are making using the AI nowadays. So let's take a look at a case study that one of the case studies that highlights the ethical challenges of AI in healthcare. So the Charlie app, this is an example that was research conducted by Princeton, and they developed based with the hospital and researchers at Princeton, and developed an AI-powered tool to manage type 2 diabetes. So, but however, this whole thing actually revealed significant issues from an ethical perspective. First is bias. In its algorithm, it resulted in racial minorities actually benefiting less, underscoring the importance of using more inclusive data sets. Additionally, there was a social networking feature as part of this app. It was meant to foster community support. Instead, it became a hub of misinformation and hostility, raising concerns about content moderation and user trust. So this case study illustrates how ethical AI in healthcare is really important, and how you must carefully navigate challenges related to bias, transparency, misinformation, and user control to achieve its goal for improving patient care. Now let's take a look at another case study. It's more on the realm of hiring, which is very common nowadays, as we see that in Strategon is again a veteran-founded tech company. It developed an AI hiring tool called Paris to streamline the hiring process. However, again, AI unintentionally actually discriminated against applicants without athletic backgrounds, as its training data linked athletic experience common among veterans with better job performance. So this actually raised few ethical concerns again about the fairness on unequal opportunities for non-athletic candidates, even though they are very, it was unintentional and it was not even thought about. Then there's a second factor of dehumanization. Relying on AI for critical hiring decisions reduced applicants to more mere data points rather than human empathy in the whole hiring process. So now let's look at the key ethical considerations around how we can think about ensuring AI is developed and used responsibly. So there are several key ethical considerations. First is it's essential to foster multidisciplinary collaboration, bringing together different fields in the AI's broader impacts. Also, establishing robust ethical framework is critical, and then we need clear standards that cover privacy, data handling, and overall transparency. So I don't want to go in details of every point, but as you can see, there's a really crucial aspect in bringing the public engagement, guardrails in place, and also even ensuring there is a security against AI itself. AIs are so smart that they can hack themselves and they can make malicious decisions that may harm the whole process. So these are some considerations that we need to go. In conclusion, I think this is a call to action for everybody. So we hold a responsibility in actually shaping the future of AI in a way that is ethical, transparent, also beneficial for all. So it's not about the fearing about this technology itself. It's about actually harnessing its power while also protecting the values that humans hold and that matters the most for us. So thank you for listening, and I have included some references and some disclaimer for you to see, and I'm open for any question and questions that you may have.